I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about something different today. I'm going to talk to you about how to get your credit to over a 720 score in 1 year. Now, this is not going to, if you're one of those people who's completely irresponsible, never pays their bills, and you think that I'm just going to show you how to not pay your bills forever and get out of your debt by doing something crazy or whatever. This is not what this is about. Okay, this is about people who want to be responsible, who want to build up capital, who want to build up credit, and maybe you want to buy a house and you don't really have very good credit, you don't have any credit, or maybe you don't have anything at all. If you have, it's better if you have no credit than having really, really bad credit, or you don't have unpaid bills. So if you have unpaid bills, you're probably going to need to square that up at some point. But I'm going to also show you about building your credit up so that you can use some other people's money to clean that up as well. So keep watching the video, and I'll show you exactly how to do this 100% legit. All right, so what credit card companies and credit scoring systems want to see is they want to see someone who uses the credit and then pays it off. So when let's say for instance, you have a credit card, and it has a $300 limit. If you run it up to $300 and then a couple months later you completely pay that off, then what happens is eventually they'll start increasing your credit line. Now, sometimes this can take a year, sometimes it can take 6 months. In a situation where I had with my wife, she had no credit at all, and within 1 year I had 720 scores. So keep listening. I'll show you how you can do that. It doesn't always work for everybody the same. It just depends on how disciplined you are and how well you manage this system. So let's say you have no credit, and I'm going to tell you need a little bit of money. If you're jobless, you have no money. This is not for you. If you're making money and you're already spending it every month, that's fine. So you need to be able to, if you're doing things like this, if you're buying groceries or you're buying gas, okay, then those things, what you do, you're going to pay for, you have money for those things, right? If you don't have money for groceries, this is not for you. If you're trying to get money for groceries, not going to work out. If you're paying for that stuff already and you're paying for it out of your bank account, I'm going to tell you a different way to do that. First of all, what you have to have is some sort of credit at all. If you have no credit, then you're going to have to get a prepaid credit card. So you're going to want to get like Capital One, and some of these places have these types of credit cards where you can give them like $300, and then they'll put it in the savings account to secure your money, your credit card, and then they'll actually give you a credit card. It's called a secured credit card, not a debit card. You don't want a debit card, you want a credit card that's secured. So you give them $300, they give you back. In fact, you might get these in the mail, and some of them are really, really bad. Read the whole thing on how, on the interest and how it's paid and all that stuff, because some of them are really bad, but you might have to take one of these just to get started. So, and what you want to do is the best ones are Capital One that I know of, and what you do is you give them $300 to secure the money that you're going to borrow from them, and they'll give you a credit card. So you use that $300 and you pay it off every month. And how do you use that? So you're already buying groceries, you're already buying gas, all right, for your car. Instead of buying groceries with cash, you take the cash and you put it in your bank account. And this is where discipline comes in. You do not use the grocery money because I got this grocery money now. You have to think, okay, this is going to pay off my credit card. You buy your gas with your credit card now. And at the end of the month, what you do is you take your grocery money and your gas money that you are going to use cash, and you use it to pay off your credit card. So, in other words, you charge up $300 and you pay it off at the end of the month. And if you have the right credit card agreement, it will show on it that it has a 25-day grace period. So what will happen is, because you're using it and you're paying it off every month, it shows using the balance, and paying it off. Using it, paying it off. Not making payments on it. Making payments on credit cards is not what they want to see. If they see you making payments on a credit card, it does not help your credit score. It's using the entire balance and paying it off. Using the balance and paying it off. That is what triggers credit scores to go up. Okay, and that's also being responsible. You're buying groceries already right now with cash. You're buying gas right now with cash. Instead, you put the cash in a bank account, okay? And at the end of the month, because you're using your credit card and not your cash, you're going to have the money in that bank account to pay it off. So you do that for about 3 months. And then what you do is you go back to using cash again. So now you've paid off your balance on your credit card and you start using cash to pay for your groceries. So you're going to allow this credit card to be completely paid off for 3 months because it takes that long for it to clear on your credit scores. All of a sudden, you're going to get a letter in the mail. They're going to want more of your money, right? Because credit card companies make money based on how much money you use. So let's say they get 2.5% or something like that from the people. Let's say you buy gas. The gas person who owns a gas station pays 2.5% to get his money up front right now from the credit card company. So the credit card company makes a very small percentage on all those transactions and all that money that goes through them. And that's how they make money. So they want you to pay your credit card balance off every month. They don't want you to pay the interest. The interest is a smaller portion. The money that you pay off when you pay off your credit card is where you really, where they really benefit. So you paid off for 3 months. After it's been paid off for 3 months or so, depends on the credit card, depends on the amount you run up, the amount you charge. All of a sudden, your credit scores are little by little going to go up. So if you have 2 or 3 of these types of credit cards, you want to do this with one for a while, then you do this, then you apply for another one, you get another one going, then you do another one. All of a sudden, they're going to send you a letter, or somebody's going to send you a credit card that says, hey, we don't even want you to have a secured credit card. We'll just give you a credit card, but it's only going to be for $300 or $400 limit. So you apply for that. You get the credit card. You're pre-approved. Okay? So you use all these pre-approvals and you start getting the pre-approved cards. You stack them up and you do not use them. You don't go out and buy new furniture. You don't go out and do all this stuff that people do with credit cards. That is stupid. Okay? You keep the credit cards just stacked there. You use them just like I showed you. You use them to buy groceries and you use them to buy gas or things that you already you have cash in the bank to buy. You don't use the cash in the bank. You use the credit card. And then at the end of the month, when you get the bill, because you didn't use that cash, you use that to pay it off. Okay? All you're doing is just exchanging the money. Instead of the money being in your bank over here, it's in your credit card. Okay? And the money's already in the bank. You buy the stuff. You were going to buy it with your bank account money, but you're going to use that to pay off the credit card balance. You had the money. If you don't have the money, don't do it. Okay? Use that to pay off the amount from your credit card. So eventually, after a little period of time, you're going to get a non-secured credit card pre-approval come in the mail. You take that unsecured credit card, you use it, and then eventually you go ahead and cancel the first one you had because you don't need it anymore, and they'll give you the $300 back, the secured money. And then you use the unsecured credit card and you start doing the same thing. You use it for 3 or 4 months, and then you pay the whole balance off because, again, you have the money. You pay the whole balance off and you let it set for 3 months. After you've done this with about 3 or 4 accounts, you're going to get a really, really good credit card in the mail, like $5,000 or something like that. And you're going to then that's where the rubber meets the road. If you can then all of a sudden you're going to run your credit scores and they're going to be up in the 700s, 680. Now, if you can discipline yourself enough to buy something larger with $4,000 or $5,000 of credit and then pay it off, that's when you're going to have a 720 score or higher. That's how I've done it. I'll talk to you guys in the next video.